Alright guys, Rich here from the RC Network, and this is going to be kind of a sequence of small little videos all packaged into one on the new Proline EVO shell. Now, if you're not familiar with some of Proline's bodies, they have obviously lots of different licensed bodies out there for short course truck, Raptor, Silverado, Tundra. They've started getting into a lot of the high flow body shells, like the Flowtech, one of the originators there. Probably one of my favorite shells so far. I've actually owned about 4 of those now, combined with my SCTE and now with my Techno SCT 410, and they've been great shells. Well, now they've come out with the EVO, and let me go ahead and grab that and show you a model number of this one. So far it's just one shell that's available, and here is a model number 3413-00, and they're calling this the EVO SC Clear Body for /4x4 SC10 SC10 4x4 22 SCTE XXX 10 SCTE and the Ultimate SC. So pretty much every short course out there. So I think they've listed lots of them on there. So just so that there's no confusion. This shell is definitely going to be a great addition to the Proline lineup, and we're going to go ahead and unpackage this thing. The second video I'm going to show it cut out, and the third video I'm going to show it painted. So stay tuned throughout this one video, and you're going to see all 3 of those kind of merged in together. You'll have the magic of YouTube kind of in one small little video here. So let's go ahead and unpackage this thing. Let's see what you get inside the package. We'll kind of go from there. So it comes on the traditional Proline card. I've already kind of showed you guys the card, but let's take a look at the inside of it. It's nice that they're showing little tips on painting, masking, prepping, washing, all that other stuff that you need to know. I mean, things like painting the inside of the body and peeling the outer layer before you put decals on. Hey, some of us have made those mistakes before. A little what you need there, also very nice. Huge bag that it comes in, and it's on a huge shell card is kind of what I call it. Let's go ahead and look at some of the decals that it comes with, and we're going to get rid of this plastic as well. As far as the decals, it looks like it gives you some hardware right there for the number plate, it looks like. Lots of cool little Proline logos there and decals. Has a black-red theme on all of the decals as well, the headlights and the tail lights and whatnot. Has the little EVO SC logo, which is pretty cool. Always used to the Flowtech ones. On the flip side, looks like it gives you their little package there of other different things that are available. Looks like it gives you also, and here is the window masks, so definitely included in the pack. Let's take a look at the rear of the shell, and that's where we're going to find some other things on here, I believe. Looks like you have the number plates right there. Those are kind of aerodynamically designed now. They're kind of I don't know what kind of shape that is, but it's definitely not just a square that gets mounted on there. And this shell just looks super cool. Really hard to tell with my white background, but let's throw up a pit mat here to see if we can get any more color variation of this shell. And that looks a little bit better. So real streamlined shell. I mean, the amount of shell, the height of it is very, very short. A lot shorter than the Flowtech. Very high front right here, very high rear. So not too much shell underneath the wheels at all. On the front of it, let's take a look at that. You have some pretty cool scoops here. You got the 2 scoops right here in the front. You also have 4 right here, right behind the front hood. Looks like you also have 2 up here on the Fender Wells that you can cut out. These are all cutouts that I'm pointing out, by the way. On the other side, Looks like you have some wording in here where the wheel wells are going to be cut out, and it just tells you what hole to drill for what car that you're running. So those are always approximations, so don't take it literal and cut your holes before you try and fitted it to your car. I don't know if that's even a word, fitted it. Huh. So the back of it is where the magic happens, and you can see really all of those cutouts there. I mean, there's it just seems like hundreds. I mean, you have two here on the rear of the fender, two in here, two on the front side, two huge gaping ones right here, little center one, two guys, two more, and two more. So, I mean, those are all fine-tuning elements. When you get to the track and you start running your truck, you can kind of cut out two at a time to see how much more flow that you need on your truck. So that's usually what I do, is I'll cut out a couple that I think I need, I'll go to the track, do a couple laps, cut a couple more, and keep going like that. So that's the first video. I am going to go ahead and cut this thing out now. I'm going to show you what it looks like once it's cut out. We'll kind of go from there. So on to the next video. Alright, and we're back now, and I've went ahead and I've trimmed up the body. I always like to pre-trim my bodies to get them ready for paint. I've already went on and thrown the window masks on, about ready to start taping out the pattern I want. It's really coming together. I'm really happy with the way the body looks. It's really low. It's super low. It seems even a little bit shorter than a regular Flowtech body. So this is definitely a race body. It's very minimal in design, and with the cutouts, it's just going to be awesome on the track. I've noticed on the when they form the body, everything seems very uniform. Sometimes you'll see bodies that have areas that are super thick, and then some areas that are really thin. From bumper to bumper, it really seems very consistent with this particular body that I received. So I'm going to start taping up some stuff. It's going to be kind of hard to recognize once I do that, but once I tape it up, I'm going to start throwing some color on, and I have a few different colors here that I'm going to be working with. Got like a kind of a dark red from Pactra. I have a silver, and then also a black is going to be going on there as well. So it should be a pretty cool little design. I'm going to be mimicking the one that they actually shot at Proline to a certain degree. I don't have quite the skill level that I'm sure their painters have. So, but that's going to be a 3-color body, and we'll move on to the next video. Alright, it's been a couple days now, and I went ahead and laid some paint on this new EVO body from Proline Racing, and it's turned out pretty decent. This is probably one of my first 4-color bodies that I've done, and believe me, I'm not a painter by all means, so my lines aren't perfect and all that other good stuff. So went ahead and laid on the red on the front, got the silver stripe kind of in the center, and kind of did the black for the rear. I went with the mirror chrome from Spastics on the windows. It's kind of been my trademark the last couple bodies, so went ahead and continued that on. But all in all, everything's turned out pretty good. It is a very low body. I've actually measured it in comparison to the Flowtech body, and it's actually the same size. It just seems smaller. So anyways, about 5.5 inches tall is what I measured. The Flowtech is maybe just a little bit higher, but not by much. It's just the way this body was formed, it just looks smaller. So everything else has turned out pretty nice. I mean, the rear of it, I just can't wait to start cutting out some of those cutouts. I'm going to start applying some decals on this thing, kind of make it my own, and pretty happy with the way everything has turned out so far. So I will update you guys here in a little bit once I get some decals on it and also get some cutouts going. So hang on to the next video. Well, alright guys, that's it right there. It's pretty much done. I got all the paint done, got some of the decals on, started doing some of the cutouts. Really happy with the way this new Proline EVO body has turned out. I think it's definitely going to give some pretty good looks to my Techno SCT410, but I think it'll also give some good performance with all of the cutouts that are in the back of this truck. Now, all in all, I have never painted a red body before, and I'm really kind of digging on this thing. This could be the new wave at the RC Network. So I got the kind of gray stripe in there and then the black rear. It really plays with some of the decals that came with this particular truck. They have lots of black, red, and white decals that come with it, so it looks pretty cool if you kind of plan out the way you want to do your truck and include some of the decals from Proline. So as far as the rear of it, I started doing some cutouts, and there is a separate video for the cutouts. So I didn't want to make it all into one because this is going to be like a 15-minute video if I did that. But there will be a separate video on how I did the cutouts. I've only done 6 so far, but once I get to the track, I will start fine-tuning it to how many more cutouts that I may need. So they're pretty much uniform right now. The 2 at the top up here, 2 in the middle, and these 2 huge ones here at the bottom. I cut them all out with a Dremel, so stay tuned for that other video if you want to check that one out. So, but all in all, really happy with the way this thing is painted up. I'm really starting to like it. Well, that's it for now, guys. If you have any questions about this Proline EVO shell, please post it on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.